Hi guys, and welcome back to Jank Quest. Today we're bringing you a brand new deck profile that we've cooked up, and that is Blastoise EX. So this Blastoise is brand new with the 151 set. Its main strengths are its massive amount of HP and tanking ability, and it pairs really nicely with some of the broken water cards that we already have. So stay tuned to see this nostalgic Kanto deck, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. So starting off, we play 3 copies of the Squirtle. We play 1 copy of the 151 Squirtle and 2 copies of the Pokemon Go Squirtle. The copy from Pokemon Go is probably better as it has the extra 10 HP. They both have the 1 retreat cost, which makes them better than some of the other copies. But I do like having the 1 copy of this because with Withdraw, if you flip aheads with the attack, then you can prevent all damage from attacks the following turn. So this can just help with a bit of the longevity. If you've not had a good start, it can stop you, for example, getting donked by a cram. Next we play 3 copies of the big boy himself, the Blastoise EX. So with a big 330 HP plus the solid shell ability, which means you take 30 less damage from attacks. It means that pretty much nothing is going to be able to one-shot this with its 360 HP, bar electric Pokemon and things like the Giratina V-Star with Star Requiem. Its Twin Cannons attack only needs 2 water energy, but there is a gimmick with needing to discard energy to actually do any damage, so you do have to plan the way that you build the deck around that. But it can hit for 280 if you discard the 2 energy. 280 is enough to KO things like the aforementioned Giratina, Arceus V-Stars and any Vs. To support the Blastoise, we are playing 2 copies of Palkia V and 2 of the Palkia V-Star. No, this isn't one of Dan's deck profiles, as he's usually our go-to water guy. Playing the good old Palkia with Rule the Region and the Hydro Break, being able to search out a stadium or attack for 200, but the main one obviously is the Palkia V-Star itself. The Star Portal is pretty broken, being able to attach 3 discarded water energies however you like to water Pokemon. And it also has a pretty substantial 280 HP and can hit for up to 260 if both players have a full bench. Supporting those, we are playing 2 copies of the Bidoof and 2 copies of the Bibarel, just helping you get that draw power. Protects against Iono as well and helps you use your own copies. And because the Blastoise needs the 2 water energies to discard, just helps you dig into your deck. Really important card is the Radiant Greninja. This helps you get your water energies discarded so you can attach them with the Palkia. Also has the draw 2, and also Moonlight Shuriken being able to hit 2 of your opponent's Pokemon for 90 is pretty bonkers, especially with things like Comfeys and any stage 2 decks if you hit them early on. It does have obviously a bad Miraidon matchup with the weakness, but if they're playing the copies of Mareep, then this can one-shot Mareeps and Fluffies. And then finishing off, we're playing Manaphy to protect the bench, as we do obviously have things like the Bidoof and the Squirtle, which are quite weak. And we have the Lumineon V to search out any supporter, because Irida is such an important card. Next, onto the items, we have Nest Ball at 4 copies, and also 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Just want consistent ways to get to your Pokemon and set up early on. Ultra Ball obviously is better because you can grab any Pokemon you want and discard those water energies, which helps synergize with Palkia. We play 1 copy of VIP Pass. It's really good if you go in second because you can Irida it, and we're just playing plenty of ball cards anyway. And then to help evolve those Blastoise, we're playing 3 copies of the Rare Candy, which feels like a good amount, so you see it enough but not too many times. Having energy is an important part of the deck, so we play 3 copies of Superior Energy Retrieval and 1 copy of the regular Energy Retrieval. So this can grab you 4 energy cards back, and then this one too, but there's no discard. So this helps with the Blastoise's attack cost, because if you don't have any energy in hand, it literally hits for nothing. So Palkia can be one of the main attackers anyway, if not, it's a really good Pokemon still. We also play 1 copy of Energy Search and 1 copy of Letter of Encouragement. All these you can also search off of Irida, so it is your go-to supporter. Energy Search is good if you've got pieces that you need already in hand. Just helps get an energy out of the deck, and you might want to use it with Greninja just for an extra draw 2. Letter of Encouragement is a nice little tech card. If one of your Pokemon's been KO'd the previous turn, then this just searches out 3 energies from deck. This can be really good early game if you haven't got the energies in the discard to grab back with the retrieval. so just grab them straight from deck, and then you'll kind of set up late game for these cards. And then you might have noticed the Blastoise has a really steep retreat cost, so we're playing a copy of Switch and a copy of Escape Rope. Escape Rope obviously has the sort of gusting ability as well to drag out one of your opponent's Pokemon, and then you can combine it with Boss as well to be able to get around some of the Pokemon that have walls up. Moving on to supporters, we're playing 4 copies of Irida, as it's the best water support card there is, being able to grab yourself a water Pokemon and an item, whether that's a Blastoise and a rare candy, whether it's a VIP pass, an energy card, whatever you need. Play 2 copies of Iono for the disruption. Combining this with the Bibarel is really strong as well, so you can draw more cards. 2 copies of Boss's Orders, standard, being able to gust something out and take the KO of a bunch of Pokemon. And then I really like these supporters as well. We've got 1 copy of Raihan and 1 copy of Clara. Other than with Palkia, it can be hard to get energies onto your Pokemon, as you're only really attaching the 1 for turn. So even though you've got 2 energy attack costs for the Blastoise and the Palkia, Raihan can accelerate that straight away. Attach 1 for turn, 1 with Raihan from the discard, you're good to go, and you also get a card straight from deck. And that is often what I use to search out the Letter of Encouragement as well. So it just really helps keep the tempo up and being able to stay in the game and recover. And Clara lets you recover 2 Pokemon and or 2 energies from the discard as well. Having energies, like I said, in hand is really important for Blastoise, so really strong card, and helps you just recover things like your Greninja maybe if you need that as well. Moving on to stadiums, we're playing Lost City and 1 copy of Collapse Stadium. I've toyed around quite a lot with the stadiums, trying to find something that I think works. The more obvious ones seem like Lake Acuity to start off with, but then I've really looked at kind of the maths and the meta, and I don't really think it offers anything. When things have got water energy on it, helps tank, I guess, because you take 20 less damage, but you're already tanking for 360 anyway, so even like a Charizard when you're on the last prize card still isn't enough to KO this, and you're still probably going to get KO'd by electric Pokemon anyway, and if Path's down you haven't got a stadium anyway, so it just seemed like a waste of a pick. So I tried Lost City. I think this is really good because it can Lost Zone their Manaphy, so then that you can get your Greninja play off, take the 2 prizes, which can be really good against 1 prize matchups, and it's also good against Lost Box and Miraidon, being able to get rid of the Raikou. Obviously hits you for weakness and has a low attack cost. And the other stadium that I've chosen to play is 1 copy of Collapse Stadium. So when you've got, for example, a Blastoise, it's hard for them to one-shot it anyway, so they'll probably have to attack 2 or 3 times to kill it. When you're thinking it's about to be KO'd, you can switch or retreat it, and then Collapse Stadium, remove it from play, and remove that easy 2 prize KO. Another choice is Artisan, but I think we've got enough ball cards to get to the Squirtles, so it's more like a path out, and I think it helps your opponent more than these cards do, so I really like these. And then to finish off, we are playing 10 copies of the basic water energy. It needs a lot of water energies to function, so you can consistently get them into your hand and into your discard. But realistically, over the course of a match, with cards like Superior Energy Retrieval, you're going through a lot more copies of the water energy anyway, so you've got great recovery. So that is the deck profile. I'm really enjoying it. It's a very fun deck. Remains to be seen how competitive it can really be, but with cards like the Palkia and Greninja, it's definitely got potential to take some sneaky wins. Blastoise I would definitely not sleep on, with its massive tanking capabilities and being able to one-shot a lot of the prevalent cards in the meta with twin cannons. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the profile. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon TCG content. We've been opening lots of 151, so make sure you check out our affiliate link with Magic Madhouse to help support the channel and open some of these nice nostalgia packs yourself. Let us know what pulls you do get and what you think of the profile. If there's anything that you would change, it's still a relatively new deck with lots of potential. So thank you very much, and until next time.